somewhat better. We have in this box a boxed Atari 2600. Now this is my second one. I do have another one, which is a 78 Sunnyvale Heavy Sixer in the box, but that's a completely different story. When I got this for Christmas years ago for my lovely fiance, she was told that this worked and it didn't. And so today the plan is to take a look at why it isn't working. So we're gonna open it up and see why. It powers on. I wish I had a video of the symptom it was doing, but it would not read cartridges, so I'm suspect of the cartridge slot being malfunctioned. And if that's the case, we'll get a donor Atari and we'll repair it. So I'm gonna start getting this unboxed. Now we are in good condition to take a look. This is in pretty good condition, original condition. It's got everything. It's got the paddle controls, the box, the original owner's manual, which, as you can see, bought the 22nd of May 1982, and this is, to my understanding, an 80. This is a true 1980. Ooh, revision 1 console. This is all original. Other than this, I'm not really quite sure where this guy comes from, but it's just the empty box. 1981, maybe. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy out, and we're gonna start taking a look at it. I said that already, that, oh yeah, we'll get it out, but I just wanted to show that this packaging is in great condition. A little yellowed, but still in great condition. Alright, now it's time to dig into it. Switches feel fine. And when I got this, I did initially clean it up. As you see, there's some white paint or something. Yeah, especially that. Probably some kid was told to put it away, didn't put it away, and it got the brunt of it. But I mean, it is in remarkable condition. I mean, just look at the wood grain. Included in this orange paint around here. Other than this little spot is completely fine. And that's how I genuinely rank and rate how well this was taken care of. You know, obviously there's that. Wait a minute. Was this manufactured in the United States? Hold on. To my knowledge, this is a Sunnyvale. This is a made in the United States. This is a Sunnyvale 4-switch Woody. That's interesting. Now I really want to get this thing running. On the back, obviously, I mean, even that, typically that gets all messed up too, but actually this is just a piece of plastic. This is actually really this is actually better than what I thought it was. I actually wasn't expecting it. It's been such a long time since I've looked at it. Wow. I mean, this is really crazy. I guess we'll open it up. I've never opened it up. To my knowledge, I haven't even touched it. I just cleaned it up and tested it, and it didn't work, and I didn't want to mess with it. So I guess it's time to bust it open and see what's going on in there. Little scrape right there. If you're familiar with this stuff, and I wish I had a tripod, maybe if people start enjoying these videos, maybe I might invest in one, because right now I'm shaky, and I'm shaky typically, so might be a good investment. I'm gonna speed this up and obviously it's been messed with. These are in great condition though. The tape is still intact on here. Same with the foam inserts. That's kind of cool. It's the 14th revision, 1980. This is a little concerning. This is just let's see. Oh. Let's see if I can get a good shot on that. This guy's just loosely floating around. Now, I've done this before on other stuff. Now, here's the issue. Right? Let me get pointing. This is the cartridge slot. See that? Let me try to reflow this guy, because that does not actually, it looks more like it's corroded. Hold on, stand by. All right, let me get a light on it. It has appeared that it is now, there is no trace underneath that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the solder sucker. We're gonna clean this guy up right here. Get rid of this guy. I don't even know why it's going to, I don't even know why it's going to there. What would that be? Would that be the right spot? I doubt it. I guess we can take this guy off and see what's underneath this. Took these guys off. Any of it sticking? No. Wow, it's like gold plated. Okay, possibly might desolder this guy and see what's going on. Let me flip it over, because I'm assuming that goes right to that chip, which I'm assuming, God, what is that? Okay, go ahead and start by removing and cleaning this area up. All right, got those that guy back, got those guys, that wire removed, and as you see, that is intense. That is just, let me put a light on that. That is just brutal. There's no trace. So what we should do is I'll scrape some of that back and see if there's somewhere to tie the trace into. Okay, so I found some information. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the cartridge slot. It looks like someone messed with that right there. We're gonna go ahead and pull this cartridge slot and see where that trace goes. I tried looking up where it went, and that is pin, so top is like 13 to 24, and so that's pin 19, and pin 19 I think is like A20. I'm not quite sure, but we're gonna go ahead and pull the cartridge slot so we can see where that trace goes. Okay, so now got those pretty much desoldered, kinda. I'm gonna start trying to get this cartridge slot out, and I'll be back with you when I do. Okay, here she is. We'll take that apart, but for right now, that's what we got to deal with. Ooh, got a little thing going on right there. Jeez, that's pin 19, huh? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's the one. So maybe this wire was correct, technically. I don't know. Let me dig into it a little bit more. This I'm definitely gonna have to open and take a look at, make sure that this is okay. But we may have found our culprit right here. So I went ahead and traced where pin 19 would be coming from, and it's actually definitely not this, and I'm hoping whoever did it didn't cook it, because that's the wrong place to go. It goes down to this guy, and I checked continuity because this trace is completely whooped all the way to there. I checked continuity between there, and I do have continuity, so it goes to there. I'm gonna put a wire for that, and I'm gonna go ahead and just drop everything in. I'm gonna test every other one, and then I'll pop this guy open and see what's going on in here. So I'll be right back again. So a couple of these are also a little bent out of shape. You see right there, there's a couple of them where the tab is like halfway off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna solder them from up here, and then I have my jumper right there ready for pin 19. And since these things are held in, this dust cover is held in with these clips, I'm not going to, because once I solder this, it's stuck to the board. I'm not gonna put these screws in right there, and hopefully that will be somewhat okay for this thing. Okay, got that soldered in. See that big blob making contact. Got our jumper right there. It's nice and sturdy. We're gonna go ahead, and I did notice this, which I don't know if you can see. So this thing definitely does need a new thingy-majig, new cartridge slot. But I think by bending it out, maybe we might be making contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chips back in, and we'll test it. I'm not really confident on these results. This, I probably would just get a new board for this, honestly, even though it is the OG to the system, but it is what it is, or just one of these new ones, but these new cartridge slots. But just based off of all the traces that are coming up, I probably would just get a new board. Got everything plugged in, turn the TV on, and we're gonna test it. Oh. Wiggling it does that. So I bet I can bend that contact back out. But as far as the haziness, that's probably just because the RF, because it doesn't have its shield. Right, I just set these screws in there, and just set this guy on top like that. Hold on. I'm hoping putting this guy back on will just kind of hold it really in place, because putting these screws, I am going to keep these screws, obviously. I'll put them in a bag and shove them in here, but I'm hoping that this will just, let's see here. Yeah, it should just hold that really in place. The clips aren't really wanting to go in, so I guess that's fine, but we'll get it all together. I'm going to clean these controls with some electronics cleaner, and then I think it should be ready to go back in the its casing for testing. I think those are gonna be good. Watch, did I screw myself? No, I didn't. All right, cool. Last installment of this video, testing phase. As you see, this is my childhood Atari right there that my dad bought me. And I've been testing it between the two of these with a known copy. And I found that my repair, let me just stick this toothpick in here. Let me get a light on this. In there, one of the pins is bent, but now it's bent back to make contact. So, but anyway, now this is the result we get. TV is on, and hit the switch. And there it is. It goes away. I mean, and the picture quality too is great. It's better than that. That one's all fuzzy and whatnot. I might want to look at that. But this is just rock solid. So yeah. And whenever I'm working on something, obviously these are the screws, so if anything ever happens to this and I don't own it anymore, whoever comes in here next can see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, do that, pull it out, put it back in, I mean, right back. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this console is now repaired. All right, let's show some screens. Sunnyvale, 4-switch Woody, complete, working. And just look at that picture quality too. You definitely don't get that with mine over there, but it's really rare, for me at least, to see one that is a Sunnyvale 4-switch Woody. That's pretty cool. The Taiwan one, as you can see, they just put this sticker on the back of here like that. What else is there? They got this channel switch is down there. It's also up here too. Huh, must have just been from the old mold, but yeah, no, this is a Taiwan one. But anyway, that's the only distinction.